Hello heathens. Okay, this is my wrap-up video for my question of the week on age limits. I went through all the video responses, all of them were really good. But the one I agreed with most was Mackle's video response. And I think some of the things he addressed in the video helped me to make more sense of age limits in general. First of all, he made the point about how the reason why the age limit for being able to drive is set earlier than the age limit for being able to drink is because we live in a society, especially in America, we live in a society where we're very automobile laden. So mass transportation is a big part of daily life, and the sooner you can get on the road, you know, the better off you are. So I think that really makes sense for, you know, why we have the driving age limit set a lot earlier than the one for alcohol, because alcohol, while yes it's very prevalent in American society, you know, it doesn't really play a big part in everyday life like mass transportation does. There was another point that he brought up in that I agreed with that helped me to make more sense of everything. I can't think of it right now, but if I do before this video ends, I will touch on that. Mazza had an excellent video response. Thanks for the link, by the way. While there are some little details in there that allow you to technically drink earlier than 21, I looked at the restrictions, and you know, it's still very heavily restricted before you turn 21. It's not like you could go out and buy a beer whenever you want to. I mean, before you turn 21, restaurants and stores are not allowed to sell you alcohol. So it's still very, the point I was trying to make was that it's still very restricted before you turn 21 as far as selling alcohol is concerned. But also you brought up a good point about how we need age limits because in the case of the automobile being able to drive, you don't want 9-year-olds driving around on the road. First of all, they can't even look over the steering wheel, and secondly, they're not they haven't cognitively progressed enough to be able to react in time to situations, especially in heavy traffic, just shit like that. So I mean, if you want to make the case for why we need age limits, I think going straight to the automobile example will set the point home. You know, people may raise objections about other things that have an age limit on them, but I think the automobile example really sets home the point, because then you can go to other things like, you know, being able to go into the military and other things like that. So I thought that was a really good point that Mazza brought up in his video response. So yeah, after going through all the video responses, I'm starting to make more sense of age limits. I think before I did the question of the week video, I wasn't quite sure why we have so many age limits to begin with, but I think you guys, with your video responses, I think you help, you know, make the picture a lot clearer to me. So my conclusion on age limits is that they are necessary. They're definitely beneficial for society. And I know sometimes the government can get carried away, but for the most part, the age limits on the stuff that's already out there, I think it's pretty reasonable. So beneficial to society, and being able to drive earlier than you can drink makes a lot more sense to me now. It's not that logically inconsistent. In fact, I think it's a lot more logically consistent than I originally thought, because Mackle made the excellent point there. So yeah, age limits. We definitely need them in our society. Was there anything else I wanted to add? No, not really. I don't want to add anything else. It's kind of a, well, not that short of a video response. Coming up on 5.5 minutes here. So yeah, I guess that's the wrap up for this week's question of the week. Origin. It's his turn to come up with the question of the week. I'm sure he'll provide us with a real thought-provoking one tomorrow. And I'll see you all back here next Thursday. Have a good week.